Hello, my friends. My name is The Wise Gamer, and welcome to Press Start, a game review of LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. This is a game published by Warner Brothers Games and is considered a love letter to Batman fans, as it's covering everything from the films, television, comics, and video games. We cover everything almost back to the Adam West era of Batman. So, let's just get over to the overview of the game, in which the game plays like a normal Lego game. You have puzzles and you're running around destroying things, but it feels more like you're playing in the Arkham style, where the combat is more intuitive. You have little announcements as far as to dodge and going under guys as far as big guys between legs. You do have puzzles like Riddler puzzles and now Clue Master, which is a nice little thing. And rather than having like hundreds of different characters from the Batman universe, the game is centered around 7 playable characters, primarily from Batman, Commissioner Gordon, Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Talia al Ghul. Each of these characters have their own unique abilities and gadgets, which does help progress, especially in the open world and the level that you have them on. And you can switch between them pretty easily itself. As I said, this game covers everything from the Adam West era to the Tim Burton era to the Joel Schumacher era, even up to the more Matt Reeves era, and has skins from the animated series and other video games and comics as well. You can play as Absolute Batman if you unlock it properly. You have a wide variety of skins, vehicle types like that, as far as with different characters, and it is fun. As you can see in this review that I'm doing as far as the footage, I'm playing as Lego Batman the Animated Series because that was the Batman I grew up on with the Kevin Conroy, so it seemed fitting to me. So that's the overview of the game itself. I know it's brief, but it's a Lego game. If you played one, they're very similar except for the combat, which is a little different. Now we're going into the part you guys really want to know about, which is the good, the bad, and the final score. So first we start off with the good. Now there's a lot of good in this game. It's a smaller character base. Instead of having hundreds of characters to unlock, you have the 7 main playable, so it makes doing gadgets and things in the world a heck of a lot easier. So you have a customizable Batcave, which, let's just say, if you want to spend that time unlocking all the trophies and unlocking things with Batmite, which most of your coins goes to the Batmite store to unlock either suits or just things you want to add to your Batcave as well. So you have a wide variety of things to do in the Batcave as far as setting up to make it to your aesthetic and your way of how you want the cave to be. It is an easy and enjoyable game itself, where if you just want to sit back, relax, and break things and run around the city, you can do that. You have a Batmobile or any other vehicle you want to play as, and you can just spend the time just running around stopping crimes in the city itself, which is fun. The pacing of the story itself, I found, was really enjoyable. It goes all the way back to when he was like a little kid before the shooting and stuff that happened. And it seems to like mesh the different kind of things, like from the Nolan to the most recent. It's a nice little storytelling of trying to mix everything together. And it does flow pretty well, which is very nice about that. As I said, you can play as your favorite Bat. Any era you had with it, you can play it. If you have the ability even to do the most recent comics, because they do have the Absolute Batman in here as well. Or if you just want to play as like Batman from the Arkham Knight series, you got that as well. So it has many great voice acting and a lot of funny moments, honestly, from the dialogue, from different characters, to just the overall story. It's a very light-hearted game, which at times can be what you need in life. I know I enjoyed it when I spent my weekend just playing this and getting the feel for the game to do this review. So that is the good. As you can see, there's a lot of good for it, but you still have to do the bad. And there is some, not a lot, but here's the bad. Okay, as I said, the bad is not a lot. The biggest thing I had was glitches. There was a glitch that I discovered while filming for this review where I apparently went outside the zone. The Batmobile exploded saying, "Stop going this way." And then when I called it back again, because you can easily call that while you're playing, it brought it back, but apparently it didn't reassemble it. So it was like I was just driving around the city. If I don't get it in the main thing, I will show it at the end of the video so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But it was just me and Robin just driving around and hitting things and then jumping out. And so it's like that's the only real glitch I've encountered. So overall, it's a small thing, but I have to include it because I did notice it. The only other thing that I really have a problem with in the gameplay mechanics is the fact is that you have to find red blocks to unlock things, and the gold blocks, which are unlocked at the end of each level, which is nice. So it does help you advance your characters as far as their own abilities and strengths. But you have to find Wayne Tech little collectibles, which are like little tokens. You need those tokens to upgrade your gadgets, which does help as far as with trying to fly around or, using the different kind of thing for Batman, his batarang or his pull as far as like grappling hook. So it's a little annoying because the pricing for these is a little higher than I think it should be. Plus, you have to do it for all 7 characters. So if you're a completionist, you'll spend a lot of time running around Gotham trying to find the chests they're in and on the different levels that they're on as well to unlock them all, so you can unlock every single gadget to its maximum capability and going from there. Beyond that, the only other thing I had a problem with in the game, there is one level where you're chasing basically the Joker in a bus and you're going behind him and you're trying to avoid getting hit by rockets. Now, it's a repetitive kind of thing where you have to go a certain way and jump over like a hill kind of thing to get a speed boost. But if you don't do it just right, the level just kept dragging on and on and on and on. So that was the really only time in the game I have not enjoyed at all. Everything else, as far as each different level, I felt it was very unique. I felt it was definitely a nice little way of playing the game, especially for a Lego game. I was like, this is great. It's an easy, nice, relaxing way, but it's not to the point of like, I want to pull my hair out, which some games do. So that is the bad. And now we come to the final part of this video, which is my overall score. So, overall score for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is a solid 4.5. Not a perfect game, it's near perfect, but there are some little things I think they could have done better. But overall, I would recommend this game to anyone that wants just a relaxing time to play, to enjoy themselves, and to have a little fun doing so. So, this is the review. If you agree, disagree, leave a comment. I always try and respond to them as fast as I can. But this is my opinion, and if you enjoyed this, let me know. I will always tell you if I respond to it. I know I'm repeating that. I do apologize. But this has been Press Start. I will see you guys in the next video. Be well, and bye-bye.